Day 3 of training camp is in the books, Mary Kay. The pads went on, but before we get to that, let's talk about Jimmy and Dee Haslam, who spoke to the media today before practice, and not unexpected, but they threw their full support behind head coach Hugh Jackson.
Yeah, they said this is the year that they expect fans to see the real Hugh Jackson. And it all came down to this. That's why they fired Sashi Brown. They wanted to throw their support behind Hugh Jackson and show that they believe in him when he has a better supporting cast, more talent on this football team, and a GM that he's working in lockstep with.
And I think it's also just a reminder that the spotlight is on Hugh Jackson. The pressure's on him because, if he doesn't win, that support is going to fade very, very quickly. And maybe John Dorsey would take advantage and try to find his guy.
Well, 1-31. There are a lot of fans that are not in Hugh Jackson's camp. And you're right. This is an opportunity for him to show what he can do. He brought in his own offensive coordinator. He's not even calling the plays anymore. So he's sort of the CEO coach, and we'll see what he's got.
Now, elsewhere, we had Corey Coleman in practice today. A little bit of an up and down day. We saw some good plays from him, a deep catch during one-on-one drills against TJ Carey. Also had some drops, a couple other hiccups here and there, just up and down for Corey Coleman, not super consistent.
Well, that's kind of the way his career has been since he was drafted number 15 overall in 2016. Up and down, inconsistent, and marred by 2 broken hands in each of the first 2 years. So they need Corey to step up. With Josh Gordon absent right now, and really nothing coming down the pike in terms of a new receiver anytime soon, unless, of course, they sign Des Bryant, but we don't know anything about that right now. They need Corey Coleman to be a first-round pick. And, again, he needs to have a better day than he had today.
And even if they do sign a guy like Des Bryant, they still need Corey Coleman to step up and play well, right, with or without him, with or without Josh Gordon. Now, the pads went on today, siren periods, hitting, but honestly, kind of quiet for the most part, considering it was the first day of pads.
Yeah, it was a little bit quiet for the first day in pads. And when those sirens went on, you just didn't have as much excitement as you normally do. Not as much hitting, not as many big plays, not as much of the crowd getting into it. So there will be a little bit more of that next Friday night. They're not doing the scrimmage this year at the First Energy Stadium, but they will do it here next Friday night, the orange and brown scrimmage. And that's when you'll start to see a little bit more of what football looks like.
Yeah, but we didn't see a lot of hard hitting today. We'll keep track of things, though, as we go along. The pads will stay on. The live tackling periods will pick up a little bit. The sirens will go off more and more. And, of course, we'll cover it all as it happens at cleveland.com/Browns.